Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Horseshoes and Hand Grenades, the only game show where we win and you lose. It's good to see you here today. We bring to you the latest and greatest and odd and crazy news from all over the planet, like a chocolate cocaine biscuit wrapped in aluminum foil. You shove that thing right up the nose there, right past the blood-brain barrier into your prefrontal cortex, and before you know it, you're dancing naked on the table like a chihuahua in heat. And who knows what that means? We don't. But what we do know is that you're here, and you've given us your ears for the better part of an hour, which you're not going to get an hour out of us because, by golly, we're done with you people. That's not true. I love you people. But sometimes you get tired. Hi, I'm Steven, joined as always by the amazing, the wonderful, the Ramones shirt wearing, though I'm not sure she's ever listened to a full Ramones album, Smashly.
Hey, ho, I don't know the rest of the lyrics. Let's go.
That was close. There's not a
hey,
lot.
ho on my shirt.
There's not a lot to the Ramones, really. It's 3-chord punk rock, but it was good vibes. So you had your British punk rock, which was your Sex Pistols and the like, who were like, anarchy, burn it down. And then there was the Ramones who were like, I don't care, wear leather jackets and party. And I was more of the Ramones school of punk rock, wear leather jackets.
Which would I have been?
You would have been, okay, so here's what you are. You are the attitude of the Sex Pistols with the fashion sense of the Ramones.
Dig it.
Yeah.
Dig it.
Yeah. Actually, no, you're probably just all Sex Pistols because they had like zippers on their pants and stuff.
I used to wear stuff in my ears before I had a small human that's like, what the fuck's you got in that ear? Let me have it, Rip.
No woman wears earrings for the better part of 3 or 4 years after.
Pretty sure my holes have grown up, which is not something a woman ever wants to say.
All of my holes have grown up. Oh yeah, when all your holes get old and leave the house, grown up, moved on, evacuated the premises. What'd you forget?
You ever do something and it triggered? Yeah, I forgot to email an author back.
No. You know what? The good news is you're an author too, so you have important time as well. You could be like, I forgot to email you because I was like writing the next great American novel. So
wouldn't that be nice, Jacob or Steven? I have not had a second away from that kid since Tuesday when Mom was watching him and I was able to go to the bathroom for 5 whole minutes without him crying because he wanted me.
Oh,
he was up until 10:30 last night, went to bed for 30 minutes, woke up crying again. And then I woke up at 5 a.m., had a migraine. I've never had a migraine in my entire life. My skull just split in half and my brains oozed out onto my pillow. And I remember laying there going, this shit sucks.
Yeah. You got to break out the OxyClean.
A lot. And then I drank 64 ounces of water, just chugged it. And I'm like, maybe this will help. And then thank God he slept until 8 o'clock in the morning. And he woke up. He's like, da, 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 da. And Jake was already at work. And I'm like,
I'm gonna tell you something my mom told me, and it sounds terrible, and I don't care. Kelly with the 150 bits, thank you. It's that you would never eat your child, but you understand why people do. You don't empathize, you don't approve, but you get how people get where they go. You know what I mean?
When they pull out like clumps of your hair and
you're at the end of a rope, and unless you can call for help, which is why you should live in a village of people and be like, I'm going to murder my child today. Would anyone like to take him from me? Because I'm snapping, and it's bad.
Well, like, without the pandemic, I could go to the library.
Sure.
I could go to a park. I could hang out with the centering people that all have children that are like within a couple weeks age of him. So they're all basically developmentally the same. Like, there's so much you could do, but you just sit at home going, well, I could go see if Stephanie could help me, but Stephanie's trying to trade up a 5-year-old, or she's almost 6. I can go see if Mom could help, but Mom's broken her hip and she's watching over an 80-year-old who's making himself an invalid, but will talk to you a lot.
When you're old, talking is the best you got. So you do it. You do it. I'm sorry.
Dad FaceTimed me last night.
Oh, did he?
It was great. Yeah, I was like, Dad's like, why is the baby still up? And I'm like, I don't know. Ask him.
Here, let me put you on the phone with him. Entertain him for a while. Uh, yeah,
How are
life is
you?
brutal. So you've got the infant thing. I've got my child calls me at 2:30 in the morning every night to come lay with him, and I do it because I'd rather him be in his room than in mine. So I go
Why
in
don't you
there.
just start there?
Because I don't want to sleep with him. I want to sleep with my wife. I don't want to sleep with her. But I wake up at 2:30. There's been mornings I woke up and be like, I don't even know how I got in here. I don't even remember waking up. But now the thing is, I don't get enough sleep, and in the morning I wake up to, Daddy, time to go downstairs. Let's go downstairs. I'm gonna do this. And I'm like, I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him. Because I think about, like, my dad used to do that mornings when I had to get up early. He would just walk in the room and go,
Ugh.
hey, you ready to get up? I made sandwiches.
No.
I got some sausage out here. You should eat it. Have you ever done that? What you got in your room here? And I'm like, I'm going to stab someone. Don't talk to me when I first wake. I don't even need coffee. I just need minutes. I need
Processed.
minutes. I don't.
Process, yeah.
I can talk to somebody after I've walked around for a minute, but don't come at me with this talky stuff
Questions.
immediately. Oh, questions.
Questions. I love it. Mom did the questions. I would wake up and I would come downstairs. I don't need minutes. I need until noon. To be fair, and Mom would be like, "What are we gonna do today?" Blah 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 blah. Did you do your homework? And blah blah blah. Like, patricide sounds so good to me.
Yes.
That was awful.
Lately,
She still does
Sam's favorite thing is about 3:00 when I still have an hour and a half of work to do is to come in and play Kirby games on the computer I have next to me. So I'm trying to think, work, and hear like NES 8-bit chip tunes in my ears, and nothing will block it out. And I'm like, I am going to lose it. And so I figured out that that's what's causing me so much anxiety where I get off work and he's like, time to play, Daddy. I'm like, no, it's not. It's time for Daddy to go lay down on the floor for 15 minutes and not get talked to. That's what it's time for Daddy to do.
We're all gonna die. This pandemic is gonna absolutely wreck us. HG is gonna be rolling in it.
He's gonna have so many people like, you're a therapist? I would like to talk to you, please.
Please take my money for my minutes.
Kelly.
How
See,
are you
Kelly and
guys?
Zafo were doing it right. They left a soppy cup of milk in the fridge and a box of cereal in the bottom cabinet and the TV set for Disney when our son was 2. See, I hear people say this. They're like, we just put a bunch of toys out in our son's room and we say don't come out until 8 o'clock or when your light turns green or whatever, and they just sit on the floor and play. I'm like, F that.
No.
I don't want to be by myself either. I don't blame him for coming out of his room and being like, where is everybody? I hate being alone.
No.
It's stupid. I don't like it. Unless I'm
I
well
want to be
occupied.
alone when I want to be alone, but I don't want to be alone when I don't want to be alone. And those
Yes.
are very like when I want people, I want them now, and I want
Right.
it grand, and I want wings and pizza at a pool party. And when I want to be alone, I will effing murder you in the face
Yes.
with the nail file if you get near me.
And occasionally you want them now, but you set aside Saturday to want them. But then by Saturday, you're like, I don't want them anymore.
Yep,
now they're
that's the
coming. Now they're
worst.
coming, and I don't want them. I want them to
Stupid
go.
and awful. Kelly sent me this amazing article about like women with ADHD and how friendships are hard for them because of that exact reason. Like you don't want to do what you're about to do, and then you go do it, and you're just like, oh my God, why have I not done this? This is so much fun. I love this people. But the second you're away from that, your brain has already moved on to something else. And like you forget the good, fun, bubbly niceness that you need. And you just remember, I have to get dressed and go there. And those are transitions. And I don't like transitions. So I'll just go a month without talking to this person.
I'll just ignore them for a while. Well, we'll never go a month without talking to each other because we do this show
No.
every week. And like good
Yeah.
podcasters, we know how to get this show rolling, and we know how to move it right along. But first, this show, Ashley, is episode 540. That's mean we have done a 360-degree turn and then one extra 180-degree turn. We've done a pretty impressive little trick there. That means nothing to anyone but me,
Wait.
and nothing at all to really of consequence. You do a 360 and then you do one more 180 and you get a 540. Did you know that? That's math.
Who would have thought what you just thought?
People who played Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. You do the
You know
540.
what's really funny? I went past the skate park today and I was like, hey, Steven can teach my baby how to skateboards.
Steven's old. Steven's ankles and knees and body is not ready for that. Go back in time and hand him over to 18-year-old Steven. He can do it. He can help. But not
Who are
me.
you and why are you handing me a child, madam?
It would be like, no, I totally knew you then. I'd be like, Ashley, wow, you look the same.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, we've known each. Okay, dear Lord.
Be like, what are you
My
doing
parents'
here?
anniversary is tomorrow, and they are the same age married as I am old.
How's that work? What happened there? That's so unusual.
I mean, their anniversary, it's in January. I was born later.
You were born all the way in September.
Yes. Count those months.
Yes,
and see if you come to the conclusion that I came to. And I confronted my mom, and mom's like,
You're like, well, when two people are mischievous.
birth control wasn't as good as it is today.
Yeah, I'll bet. Hey,
I don't
so
remember going with that.
I did want to express that this show is brought to you by The Collector, by our good friend Kelly Lynn Colby, whose book
So excited.
is your book coming out or is it out? I should have got these details before we started talking.
Tuesday.
Launch party Tuesday. The Collector by
Yes.
Kelly Lynn Colby. I'm really excited because Kelly's a fantastic writer, and she's helped us publish books that are all laying right here. Don't look at these, Chip. Don't look at them. But one of these is yours.
I forgot to pull the trigger on mailing those.
Look, it's a pandemic, and I haven't left the house all week. Don't come to me.
I forgot to order them, Steven.
Oh, the half. Did I? I can't remember if I ordered the little envelopes or not. I went online and looked at them. It's fine. I'll go to the store.
I didn't. I was like, oh crap, was I supposed to order them or was Steven supposed to order them? And
One
then I'm
of
like,
us.
I'll talk to him about it. And then when we started the show and I saw the pile of books, I'm like, shit, I was supposed to order them.
It's okay. I got a buddy at work who's waiting on one too. He's like, hey. I was like, well, I'll bring it to you when we go back to the office. How's that? I didn't tell him that. It's fine.
No,
It's
we'll do the thing. So
Pandemics
sorry.
are hard. I'm gonna use that. I'm
But
gonna
yes,
ride that.
Tuesday.
Yeah. So Tuesday,
Lunch party.
Kelly Lynn Colby launch party over there at Cursed Dragon Ship, the Twitch channel. Let's get a shout out for Cursed Dragon Ship, because they're great. Cursed Dragon Ship. Also, every Tuesday they do 20 questions with an author, and everybody should watch that because that was fun. And I'm gonna get killed in a man's book. And I'm excited.
That's so exciting.
I won the giveaway, and he's gonna kill me. He said that I get to die.
I feel so bad that we've won the giveaways the last 2 times, but I'm like, I got a book. And
Yeah,
someone's gonna die.
I get to get
But yes,
killed.
I will be there Tuesday talking to Kelly.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Who was it? William somebody. Kelly will tell you, Chronifer, whose book I'm gonna be killed in. He was great.
Oh.
He was great fun. I just don't remember his name. William Allen Webb.
William Allen Webb.
I was so close with William Adelson. I was so close.
I feel
That's
like
what
you
I
made that up.
I did, but that's okay. I mean, the best truths are made up, right? I mean, like the stock market. Not going there. Factoid is the week.
So funny.
There was infinite money today, according to Landon. There was a split second in time where there was so much money in play that the stock grew infinitely or something. I don't know. It melted my brain when he was explaining it. But he's like, for a brief moment, money meant nothing, and everyone on the planet was broke. It was I was like, wait, what?
Had shorting a stock explained to me by my father tonight because I was trying to tell him about Reddit. I was trying to, because Dad loves the stock market, and he goes, "Oh yeah, I used to do that all the time." But I'm like, he's like, "Yeah, if I needed to buy something, I'd just go short a stock and I'd go buy my boat or whatever." And I'm like,
your dad's Rain Man.
right? Like I don't understand. He would just.
Let's go through
like,
this.
how do you think I afforded the horses?
Let's go through this for a moment.
No.
Your dad is a stock wizard. Your dad's a scuba diver. Your dad's a pilot. Your dad's an optometrist. Your dad owned horses. Your dad's a cowboy shooter. Uh, your dad's James Bond.
My dad
He's
is James
just he.
Bond.
If he wanted to solve what to do with nuclear waste, he could have done it, but
He
he
would just
didn't.
bang the scientist that knew how to do it.
Is that how he got all his information? Is that why
Isn't
he's a
that what
pilot?
Bond does?
Yeah, true. That's a good point.
Bond's just a swinger.
Your dad's boss. He's just learned a million things, and I'm like, I do not
That's
have
because
that
he has
brain.
ADHD out the butthole.
Yeah, yeah. He's, if he could read with more than one eye now, he'd probably still be trucking with the stuff. Now he's like, I
I
got
asked
these
him, I was
books.
like, Dad, do you need another book? He goes, No, I got Steven just brought me a new one. He
Yeah.
loves Steven just brings him cowboy books now. That's Dad just sits there and reads cowboy books. Hi,
I
Daddy.
hook him
Love
up
you.
with cowboy books. They're short reads and they're fun, and it's like reading an episode of Gunsmoke. It's great. It's everything you need.
Kelly's reminding us that we're failing at the 30-minute mark.
What? Oh, we got 14 more minutes. We could totally hit that. Factoid of the week. During Victorian times, American and British women donned gloves for every kind of activity and had different kinds of gloves for each activity. In fact, being caught not wearing gloves was considered a major social faux pas. You could also often find catalogs containing a minimum of 21 different kinds of gloves. Do we have a factoid like this because someone's been watching Bridgerton? Is that why we're here? We're here.
No, I didn't. I did not. I have not noted in quite some time.
Stephanie is telling me that there's not that much porn in Bridgerton, but apparently the porn there is steamy.
It's towards the. I feel like they lost plot at the end. They're like, we don't really have that much left to go, or something happened where they were rushed. They're like, just add like 6 more sex scenes of the
Okay.
same 2 people until everybody's bored of watching the bone.
Okay. Everyone's like, I have seen those boobs.
Yes.
Are there any wieners? I feel like there's never enough wieners in these shows.
I did
boobs,
not
no wieners.
I literally was so I don't have time to watch people bang right now. Like I don't. Like I want the plot. I want the plot but no porn. Like you could so I just would fast forward and hope that I didn't miss a plot point.
There's
So
like
I'm not
there's a
sure.
generation of people that are just like, I've seen all this. I want plots now. I've been down
Yes.
this road. I would like more plots in my pornography, please. Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
If I wanted to
And
see naked people, I would just go see naked people. I have the internet.
there was a lot of porn in a period of my life, so I don't know that I haven't seen what there is to offer.
Just like, I have left the porn behind and now I'm trying to get away from it, and these classy television shows keep thrusting it back in my face. Yes, I use thrusting as the word. You're thrusting your porn at me, and I don't want to watch it. I just want your show because your quality stories, but I do not need the temptation of your porn.
It's not even temptation. It's the time waste station.
Well, sure.
Not a waste station, but a waste station.
The time waste station. Yeah. That's
That's
a Doctor Who thing.
Oh, I want to write that.
That's
That's
a good one.
I don't because I mean this is what we do. Jacob and I just take turns going in there until it's midnight, and we've had no time at all.
Yeah.
And we eat when we can.
Sure.
Have children.
Hot dogs.
Fun.
Everyone should have lots of babies. To be fair, Stephanie's friends are like, I'm glad I had 2 kids because they play with each other through this pandemic. I don't know how you're surviving. And we're like, we're not.
Yeah.
We're not.
If there is another pandemic, I want another spawn for Spawn A to play with instead of going mama 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 mama
They don't
mama
even
mama
have to
mama.
like each other. They could just
No.
fight all day.
They can beat the
They could
yes.
just beat the ever living crap out of each other. At least they'll be doing something with each other and not with me. Like, I'm old. I want to be the. Now, this sounds terrible, but some days you want to be the dad that's your dad that just comes home, sits down on his chair,
Yeah.
has you pull his boots off, eats his food, watches Entertainment Tonight, and goes to bed. But instead,
shit,
I have to be the 35-year-old dad that's like, yes, I'll go play on the trampoline for an hour with you. I don't want to do that.
Dad, I don't remember Dad ever jumping on the
No,
trampoline.
no one jumps on the trampoline with their kids. Like 3 people do that. They don't want to. I don't want to jump on the trampoline. I don't want after work. I'm tired. The last thing I want to do is get on that flipping trampoline. But he needs it, or he won't do it. He'll just be Nintendo all day, and I don't want him to do that either. I want to expose him to other things. Oh, I could go down
Stephanie
this
and I
road
spent
forever.
so much time on that trampoline, but we had each. I mean, we played My Little Ponies and like ran around in circles pretending to be horses.
Sure, and that's what you should do. And you could do it for an hour, like a carousel.
Yeah, but then you have each other, and not like it wasn't Mom on the trampoline with us or Dad. It was
Sure. I had cousins everywhere, and then this is apparently rare, but every neighborhood I moved to, within a house, there was kids my age. Like I had 1-2 year stint where there weren't any kids. Everything other time, there were all these kids, and we were always all over the neighborhood playing with each other. And I've told Stephanie, like, maybe we should just move to a neighborhood with more children.
with kids. Yeah,
Because there are kids here, but they're like, these people are dumb. These people I like, but they have an entirely different family culture that I'm sure if the kid came over and Sam was like, let's pick Kirby, they'd be like, he can't play video games. You can never go over there again. What do you do then? What do you do then when your friend has a friend that's an entirely different zone, and you're like, hey, you want to play Mario Brothers? And they're like, I'm not allowed to play video games. And then I'm like, I'm not going to apply my rules to my house just because you're here, like, or your rules to my house. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, if I loan my kid to somebody else outside of, like, them eating children for dinner, like, they're at your house. I don't know. He's going to have to learn how to deal with other cultural things. And not, like, just, like, oh, we eat curry, but, like, like, other cultural things. Other cultural things in terms of, like, we
Can we just
stay
that
up
was
late.
it? Now, good show, everyone. We're not gonna top that.
I don't know.
Oh, we eat curry.
I'm just making up something that's just culturally different from what I do.
I put curry in my eggs every morning.
Shut up. Let's do a show now. World news. The answer to that question is I do not intend to change my rules for another kid that comes over. If their parents say they can't have candy, I'll be like, well, I'm going to try to keep them out of the candy, but if they find it, it ain't my fault. And then they'll never be able to come over again. And be like, that guy's insane. And I'll be like, whatever, man. I'll treat your kid like my kid. That means I will keep them safe.
I feel like if it was a food thing, just because I've seen what Mom does with Sam, I would be like, there will be no candy within getting distance when your child comes over.
Sure.
Because
dude, we had a candy jar, and my buddy Joey came over, and his parents would never let him eat candy. He cleaned that thing out on almost every visit. My mom would stay so upset because there's just candy wrappers all over the room, and she's like, why is there candy? I'm like, I don't eat it. Joey comes over, and then he goes back and forth to the candy dish for an hour. It was available to me.
It's addictive.
And I didn't eat it because it was always there. It wasn't a faux pas. It was just the candy was there.
I bet that's nice. How does one do that?
To not feel a compulsion. You're around it all the time. It's not a thing. Plus, I didn't really like to eat. I didn't really eat much. I would always get into other things. Like, why would I eat? I've got video games to play, and I need to beat this level. Dinner can come later. I still do that. If I get in the flow at work, I'm like, I forgot to eat lunch. What time is it? 1:30? Oh, shoot. Food is stupid, and I hate it.
I do wish you could just Soylent Green it.
Yeah, that'd be great. Adobe Flash shut down Halts Chinese Railroad for over 16 hours before pirated copy restores ops.
Wait, what?
Adobe Flash, for those non-technical, has been on its way out since the iPhone was released. Like the first iPhone. Because the iPhone was like, we're not putting Flash on there. That's stupid. And they're like, no, you should, and everything. And then it turned out Flash was a disaster for every phone that had it. So it's been on its way out, and they finally killed it this year. Flash is dead. There is no Flash on the internet.
No
it's
more
gone.
Updates.
But apparently there's people who need it. The railroad system in Dalian, northern China, collapsed citywide on Tuesday for up to 20 hours after the Adobe Flash programming software stopped running. Adobe had announced as early as 2017 that it would cease support for the multimedia software on December 30th of last year. The American software company eventually ended the operation of all Flash content on Tuesday. Tuesday's chaos arose after China Railway Shenyang failed to deactivate Flash in time, leading to a complete shutdown of its railroads in Dalian Liaoning province. Staffers were reportedly unable to view train operation diagrams, formulate train sequencing schedules, and arrange shunting plans. Authorities they shunted.
Shunting.
Yeah, that was weird.
The shunting.
Authorities finally fixed the issue by installing a pirated version of Flash at 4:30 a.m. the following day. If you got the time, expertise to go hunt down pirated Flash, you probably could have put a little bit of the last 6 months into finding a different piece of software to run your trains. I promise it's out there. You just got it. You could probably buy it. There's probably trainsoftware.com where you can get metro level train software for $50,000 a license.
Trainsoftware.com. Somebody just went and bought it.
Yeah, that's done been bought. Speaking of things that have been bought, we've got a new Twitter account that we're gonna take live soon called 2D Stock Status. And every day we're gonna write some software to go see if the stocks are going up or down, and it'll just post a picture of Jacob either throwing the lever up or throwing the lever down, depending. We might even check
I
it.
love that
Audie Norman drew us that stuff, and if for some reason it goes way down and it swings back up, we'll have a change of heart. So Jacob will just be like, "Never mind," and we'll post that instead. So look forward to that 2D Stock Status on Twitter.
Hey, did you guys? I didn't get to hear the show at all last night. Was that discussed?
That we hit off because the show's just become about the apocalypse, because I think there's just enough things that it's COVID is the thing, but then everything else that's following is just
COVID is normal life right now. It's not even scary. It's just there.
We're just We're like, well, I think an angel just poured out another bowl. Was that a trumpet sound? Yeah, the end times are coming. They're coming. And all I see Facebook, cashless society. I'm like, y'all, there are locusts in Africa. There's like people dying of COVID all over America, and you're worried about no cash. What is wrong with you? Pull your head out of your butt.
Pull your head out of everything that I've heard from somebody lately has been like, on Facebook, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, do you know how to fix that problem?
You turn it
go
off.
to delete account and you'll say, if you have a very nice laugh without me, you flaming turd of a piece of turdy turd, and you flush it.
Yeah. I plan to
flush the turd.
I plan to flush that turd on January turdy turd. For that.
I'm gonna pee my pants. This is January turdy turd, Steven.
Oh, of course not.
It is a
31. That was a joke so stupid it got funny again. Small town news.
We need to come together as an LOD community and create a marketing device that isn't effing Facebook.
There's no way to make a marketing device without selling humans. That's all it is.
Just pictures of kittens. Like, just the feed is just pictures of kittens. Like, the whole day, just kittens. And then, like, the people you follow could post, hey, book launch today. So you're just like, happy, 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 happy. Oh, a book launch. That's so exciting. We should go to that. And then more kittens.
That's
like,
Twitter.
Instead of doom strolling, you're cute strolling.
That's Twitter. You just you just follow the one kitten posting account and your friend, and you've done what you just expressed. You don't have to follow all these nut bars. You can just follow the one account that you like. You don't have to look at everybody else. Do you know there's parts of Twitter that I've never seen? I see these tweets. I'm like, these are real people, because it's written in like elite speak for millennials, and I don't know what the devil it says. And I'm like, y'all need to learn how to write full sentences. That's the difference. That's what people on the internet know you're an old man, when you write full sentences.
When you have punctuation and you're so I'm a butthole. Somebody texted me the other day, and it's somebody I'm trying to meet up with because they have a young one in there in quarantine. Granted, by the time we get to meet, because it's warm, that she'll be back at work and we won't get to do it, which is it's fine. But she wrote SUM, and I'm like, Sum? Some? No! No!
Some like as in some like it hot? Like
Yes.
that's some, but she spelled it SUM?
Like
That's
Kuma
gross.
Sum Laude. Like, I'm just like,
No.
and she's my age.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, honey.
Yeah.
No. That's okay if you're iddle and you're experimenting with language. But once you know what language is, you use it properly.
Oh yeah, you're becoming the language snob.
Mellow.
Is it really snobbery to expect proper English? Like is it snobby to want punctuation and capital letters and
Steven! Jacob, sub. Jacob cannot read Leet Speak. He can't do it because he doesn't like read like me and Steven read, where it's just the like he can't. So he's just like like you could just hear his brain grinding down, and it's the best thing ever. So just write to Jacob in Leet Speak all day, and I will take videos of him trying to decipher it because it's the happiest thing. Because I don't know how you can't read it, because
your brain just processes it. It's just done. I've read it.
yes.
Easy
Like
peasy.
I didn't know people couldn't. But Jacob can't. And it makes me so happy that someone that intelligent cannot read something. I'm like, la 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 la
Oh,
la la
man.
la.
Doesn't it give you that feeling of standing on a mountaintop when the people you respect, who you feel are really smart, don't know how to do something you know how to do? You're like, guess I'm gonna walk a little taller today.
And
No.
you try not to be smarmy about it, but you're like, that's Leet Speak, Jake. What the hell's Leet Speak?
Let me tell you something.
I was supposed to read a story, wasn't I?
Let's have a talk about what it is. You want to know what Leet Speak is, do you?
Do you? You should always podcast with your hair like that. I'm gonna install like a ledge right here just so I yes.
Oh gosh, that's the best. That's the best.
Prepare for the brightening.
I'm ready. You're already.
Shit. Oh no!
I closed the tab. I don't know what the notes are.
Why is it doing what it's doing? Stop it! I'm trying to make it okay. Bernie Sanders.
He's a popular
I read the title
man.
without reading it out loud. Bernie Sanders mittens meme helped raise almost $2 million for charity.
Nice.
What about those woolly mittens that U.S. Senator Bernie Sanders wore to the presidential inauguration, sparking endless quirky memes across social media? Question mark. Please.
Don't write like this.
No,
Stop
you're
it.
not 3. No, you're an adult. They've helped to raise almost $2 million in 5 days for charitable organizations in Sanders' home state of Vermont. The sum, not that's the proper. Okay, see,
Yeah,
sum
that's how
is
you
a
do it.
word. It's SU. Okay, whatever. You guys understand.
We get it.
You do. The sum comes from the sale of merchandise with the image of him sitting with his arms and legs crossed, clad in his brown parka and recycled wool mittens. Sanders, somebody made a joke. They're like, Bernie Sanders has one jacket. I don't care if it's 4 degrees outside or it's 40 degrees outside. He has one jacket.
I mean,
Like,
you would
guys.
expect the guy who's like tax the wealthy to be in one jacket. If he was walking around in like what's a company that makes stuff? Barney's. No, what's a company that makes really fancy stuff?
Worthington Coat Factory.
Wait, no, Burlington.
Worthington, Wollington.
Burlington Coat
Worthington?
Factory is the opposite of expensive
Burlington!
coat. That's like that's bargain bin coat. That's like, here's all our coats.
Oh.
They're all in bins. Anyway, read your
I
story.
don't know who has. I haven't worn a coat since I moved.
There's
I
some
just put a
fancy
hoodie
name.
on and call it a day.
Right? I guess it's good. I don't know. Louis Vuitton. There we go. If he was in a Louis Vuitton coat, you'd be like, this
Burberry.
guy. That's the one I'm looking for. Burberry.
So, okay, I have a question.
Yeah, man.
It's about like name brand perfumes. Okay, perfume's bad for you, and I've been touting this forever. And Stephanie like ended up having a huge rash on her neck. She's like, I put perfume on my neck. I'm like, told you, should have been like me and just rub your butthole with coconut oil.
Yeah.
So perfume is made from the same shiz. Like there are certain scents that are more expensive, but just because like it's a name brand perfume doesn't mean it's any different from like it may smell different, but it's all like the same synthetic bullshit because they don't use the anyway, I'm gonna finish this because my face is bright and it's burning the screen out. Sanders put the first of the so-called Chairman Sanders merchandise, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, and stickers on his campaign website Thursday night and ran out in less than 30 minutes. Holy crap. Sanders mittens were made by Jen Ellis, a Vermont elementary school teacher who has side hustle, making mittens out of recycled wool. Oh, that's such a good idea.
That's awesome.
Ellis said over the weekend that Sanders called to tell her that the mitten frenzy had raised an enormous amount of money for Vermont charities, although she was not authorized to disclose the amount yet. But it's big and it's amazing. Thank you. Generosity brings joy, she tweeted. How sweet.
I'm calling to tell you that your mittens have made a lot of money for children. I'm asking once again for your support to buy the mittens.
That was so good. I approve of that. It's made from whale poop. Well, they don't use the ambergris. They don't use the ambergris anymore because you can't go out to kill the whales. It's not good.
You can't?
So
That was my retirement plan.
Think so. It's like it's synthetic now, right?
I was going to go up to Nantucket and hire a ship. Go out with my spear. Get over
The
here,
whaleinator.
you whale. You're mine.
Did you just scorpion a whale?
Get over that. Dude, what a great job for Scorpion. Like, if that wasn't totally unethical. Like,
could he pull in a whale? Do you think there's a weight limit?
What? I mean, where does all that cable go in his body anyway? You know? Because it rolled up on a spring.
Never thought about that.
I mean, in the movie, it was kind of a creature that lived in his arm.
It's kind of like the first movie was legit. Did you know they're making a new Mortal Kombat movie?
It's coming out like in 3 months or something on HBO, right?
I need it. I need it okay. So you know what I was thinking because I have ADHDness. I woke up this morning and I'm like, you know what? Like Mortal Kombat, the video game, was like a diverse video game before video game diversity was cool. Before like diversity or inclusivity was at all cool because you've got like the black character, you've got the indigenous person character, you've got like a slew of Asian characters. I'm like, nobody in like 80s, 90s America cared about anybody that wasn't white.
You had the lizard man, the robot, the demon. I mean, it really did.
Really? I hate you so much.
It really pulled in all of that. It put it all in one game.
Okay, they're saying I didn't
Street Fighter did do that.
My one and only.
They had the sumo guy. They had the Indian dude who could stretch really far, and they had Baraka. Not Baraka. That's Mortal Kombat. What was the dude's name? Blanca. Blanca, the green dude with the red hair. Jean-Claude Van Damme. They had him. The Russian
Balrog.
The Balrog. Wait, that's Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
right?
I'm like, wait a minute, isn't that the?
That's what Gandalf was like. Take the birds, you idiots, and they walked anyway. Look up that theory. That's pretty great. You ever heard that?
Fly, you idiots.
Fly,
yes,
you fools.
He was telling,
He was telling them to take the birds.
I love that your paraphrase was "take the birds, you idiots."
Well, that's what. If he'd have said
that was in the first draft.
That was take the birds, dumb butts. Even though I know that's not what they were telling him, but it's really fun to think about, okay?
Travis is
Sometimes
actually due.
sometimes conspiracies are fun when it's about fiction and stupid stuff that no one cares about. It's not fun when it's
Travis, is
real
your
life.
freaking hair purple yet, son?
It's not as of yesterday. Yeah, you tell him. You tell him. All right, let's talk about this. Let's talk about love. All right, Panera has created a bread bowl. Yeah, baby.
They have one?
Bread bowl glove, so you can still drink your iced coffee in the winter. Panera recently conducted a survey that showed 78% of Americans claim that the cold weather does not stop them from drinking iced coffee, so the bakery cafe decided to save their cold fingers. Just like summer doesn't stop me from drinking hot coffee. Like, I just want hot coffee, man. Introducing the new iced and toasty bread bowl glove. It's a hand warmer inspired It's a hand warmer inspired by Panera's signature bread bowl that cups your iced coffee. Not only will it look hilarious on your hand, but it appears much better than a bunch of napkins. Beginning on January 26th, visit icedandtoasty.com and enter your info to receive one. Better yet, these are free, so you have to act fast to get the limited edition offering. There are only 450 of them to go around, so set an alarm to guarantee you're among the first to visit the site. Well, we ain't the first because that happened yesterday, or 2 days ago. 2 days ago. According to the internet.
Jacob said he fact checked the notes on a couple things. So I'm okay because it's a limited edition thing. I was not okay until I found out it was just a limited, like, cuz you think about some of the homelessness and people not having food issue, and so you literally are throwing away a food item.
But it's not a real bread bowl. It's a
What?
bread bowl shaped glove. It's not an actual bread bowl.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah. Yeah, so there's no ethical issues here. Now, Panera tried to give a lot of their stale bread or end of day bread away to homeless shelters, and a lot of cities said, "No, you can't do that." For safety reasons.
Right. Okay. I see this stitching. Okay, that is a well replicated bread pattern
Yeah.
right there.
We should do more bread-shaped objects. What could we make that looks like a baguette?
A dildo.
That's that's all that came to mind for me too. Okay, maybe
it's
we
a hammer
shouldn't.
too. Everybody thinks there should be a bread-shaped dildo.
Okay, maybe we should rethink the bread item. Pencil case.
Okay, Subject came up with a pencil case because he's the only one of us that is going to make it into heaven.
Sub is pure. Sub, as trolly as Sub began, he has shown us time and time again that he is the best of us, and will continue to be for as long as we allow it. Sub's great. Kudos to Sub, by the way, for setting up the memes channel today in the Discord. twodorks.net/Discord. Yeah, because he's awesome. He's like, I see a need in this area. Shaboobity-boobity-boo. And then it's done.
Meemity-meemity-boo. So, Mello, that's a lot of places. I think in France they made food waste like it's illegal. But here, my country, 'tis of thee, people were getting sued left and right for donating end of day food items because people were like, oh, your food made me sick because it was a fast way to make some cash. So now we just have food literally being tossed away so companies don't get sued into oblivion. And it makes me want to throw up. So I was thinking about this the other day. We went from, because lawyers are there, right? Because our law is complicated and is vast and it varies from state to state. So lawyers are there to help you interpret the law and help you know the law and like to make sure that you receive a fair and just and timely trial. But anymore, it's I'm here to make sure you win. I don't care how we do it, how underhanded it is. So it's like undermining the system in such a way that we're not going to be able to recover from it. And it kind of makes me want to throw up.
It's loophole seeking.
Yes.
Loophole and precedent seeking. And you've got
It's about
250
the win.
years of it.
Right.
to look back through and go, well, in the case of Johnson v. Johnson, 1817, the Supreme Court ruled that boop-a-doop-a-doo. And then it's like, oh, good. Now you can't get in trouble for all that murder.
How do you say lol? Lol.
Law. I don't
Lol.
put the L on the end like you do, though. But I heard that too.
There is Cyrus like lol.
Lol.
Lol. Oh my god. What? I didn't really lol.
He said we interpret the law. I don't know why you do that, but it definitely happened. How much time did you spend in law school?
Oh my god, that's so heavy. I am the lol.
I am the law. That's good.
Hammer says lawyer like liar.
And them liars.
Liar.
Liars.
Liar.
Liars.
Liar.
Now we're
Liar.
just repeating it, and it's going to give me a fit. Law school. I went to law school.
I am the lol.
No, you're right. It's jacked up. Let's not praise France too much, though. They've got their own set of jacked up stuff that they do. I don't want to get all up in France's business.
I was cool for the food waste.
right.
Trying to eliminate food waste. I mean,
Look, the problem is humans. That's right. Thank
You're
you,
not
Travis.
wrong.
The problem is
You're
humans.
not-
Every government
not
you go to, everybody's like, I'll move to Canada. I'm sure
No.
Canada's got its things. I'm sure Ireland's got its things, but at least they have whiskey. And if you have whiskey, everything is going to be fine. That's what
why didn't Ireland come up with vodka first?
why would they have?
Potatoes?
Does vodka come from potatoes?
Yeah, you can make vodka out of potatoes.
Well, I didn't know that.
You could make
Yeah.
alcohol out of anything.
If there's a way, humans will figure it out. Because we're down for getting drunk. That's what us as a global, as a society of humans, a civilization without borders. Two things we have in common: a love for music and whiskey. Maybe not
And
whiskey,
sex.
but alcohol and sex and houses. We like those things.
We like to bang in our houses while listening to music and drinking.
That is like the ultimate human experience. Like if an alien came to Earth, if a spaceship came to Earth and it was like, hello, I'm a space tourist, I'd like to have the ultimate human experience. You're like, all right, I'm going to get you a keg. I'm going to get you some company. I'm going to get you a house. And I'm going to play some Barry White. And you're going to have you're going to have the most human of human experiences possible on Earth.
The best human experience.
Yep, that's exactly what's gonna happen.
A keg, a house, some company, a bit of music. Please, someone start a novel like that.
That's all it takes. That's all a human needs, and we're good. You could store us in boxes. Like if the robots in the Matrix just did that and used whatever energy we were producing to power their robots that way, we'd all be like, I'm fine. I don't need to go anywhere. I got
Banging
this.
a box with a keg to some tunes.
Banging
the next
banging
anthology.
a box. I love it. It's time to procreate. Everyone get in your boxes. News better left untold. Woman reportedly performs oral sex act on gas station robber until cops arrive.
Wait, what?
This is the Batman that I did not expect. I'm gonna take care of business. A woman performed oral sex on a gas station robber in Slovakia, distracting and delaying him until police arrived. The 24-year-old thief allegedly forced a male employee to hand over money from the cash register at a station in Bratislava early Wednesday. The worker then fled to the back office after being punched in the face by the criminal. A mystery woman, who is not believed to be an employee, then entered the station through a back door and offered her services. It was unclear if she decided to perform the sex act out of fear of being assaulted herself, but a police source said the woman appeared willing to help stall the burglar. A staff member had already called the cops, who arrived to discover the woman and the robber lying naked on the floor. In one of the rooms, the officer saw the man receiving sexual services from the young woman. Police spokesman Michael Schiff told the news. Take him? I can't anymore, the woman reportedly told the cops. The officers were forced to use force when the suspect resisted arrest while nude. That is the most exciting part, is he's got to get out of there with a big old boner, and they're just like, stop moving. He's knocking things off the desk. So there's a question. To what lengths do you go to save a random gas station? I mean, and how dumb are you to just be like, I'm at the scene of a crime and I'm going to get naked?
That's the thing that I guess it blew his mind too. But like, okay,
Blew
her
something.
coming in and be like, I can use my skills to
Very
stop
particular
crime right
set of
now.
skills.
My particular, you know, like maybe she's a companion, Steven.
Maybe
she works at Bang in a Box, which was next door.
He works at the lumber yard. She works at Bang in a Box, and they just ended up together. Are you the gatekeeper? I'm the keymaster. But how does imagine, place yourself in the mindset of a robber who has just stolen money.
Right?
Run to a back room and there's just a woman there who's like, "Would you like a blowjob right now?" And you'd be like, holding a bag of cash, going, "Yes," and you'd pull your pants off, like, because it's got buttons down both legs, so you're like, whoosh, I was waiting for this all day. What the devil? What? What?
She used a baguette, Kelly.
She's standing with a baguette. He's got a bag of cash, and they're like, "You want to do this thing?" Yeah, and they just get down.
I love you people so much. Like, you don't understand how great you are. This is so good.
What?
He already has. He's. I had to switch profiles. we broke. We broke HG.
We broke HG.
I feel like there would be a sense of urgency, but maybe it was kind of like the speed thing where he had adrenaline rushing to nether regions.
Wait, okay. Well, there's the phrase that God gave man a penis and a brain and only enough blood to work one at a time. But and which is true. Let's get serious for a second. That's 100% true. You turn into dumber than a rock when other places are where they are. You get stupid. And this, but stupid, there has to be a cutoff. Like, you just robbed a store. You don't just go completely catatonic and be like, "Yes, I have no more brain."
The next Liam Neeson movie. I will find you. I will blow you.
You will be arrested.
Good luck.
It's true, and the penis has the veto power.
HG, if I'm dumb all the time, is that a comment on size? I think after 4 hours, you're supposed to seek help, man.
If you're stupid for more than 4 hours, get some assistance. Go to the hospital. Excuse me, I've been dumb for more than 4 hours. Sir, what does that mean?
Mello's thinking he was maybe virginal, and he was just like, "This is the best day ever! Bangs and bucks!"
There is no world in which you instantly decide that this transaction needs to occur after robbing someone. Like, you don't, there has to be conversation. Like, there can't be she just grabbed him by the pants and was like, "Let's go." Like, and then he's got to.
I know men that would not refuse that.
Sure.
Like, end of the world situation, they'd be like, "If I don't run, the lava will kill me. Maybe I can eke out 3 minutes.
Maybe this won't take long. It'll be fine. I'll get through this.
It'll be fine." He's just laying there nude, or watch Bridgerton.
See,
Mello says she knows guys that would do it.
The veto power is strong. You're like, "But I'm tired." Nope, not tired enough. Wake him back up. But I want to go sleep. Never mind. I don't need sleep. I don't need nothing. I don't need food. I don't need anything. Let's go.
Yeah, Kelly makes a point. She's like, "Wouldn't you, like, okay, yeah, you go to town on my nether bits. Let's go away from here while you're going to town."
Yeah, let's leave. Well, you don't want to do that in a car. We learned that from a story earlier. You wreck and you lose valuable things. He
doesn't watch H&H, or he would not have lain with his companion.
like, why are they both all the way naked? You don't have to be all the way naked for that
Like okay,
business.
I think the thing that bugs me the most is like, don't get naked on a gas station floor.
No,
Ew.
gross. Gross.
Like, there's some bacteria you can't remove from your anus.
Yeah. Yeah, Kelly's right. There's more to this story than we're hearing. Yeah, you don't. My mom wouldn't even let me get out of the car with no shoes on at a gas station. She'd be like, people spit on the floor. It's gross. You can't. No,
They just
you never walk
dribble
in.
their urine everywhere.
Might be why I wear socks and I would need my feet covered when I go out. I won't wear sandals and stuff. It's probably something to do with that spit on the floor thing.
I have nightmares where I have to walk into a bathroom barefoot.
Bleh.
You know the little five fingers that I used to wear all
Vibrams.
the time?
Yeah.
Yes, the Vibram. Apparently they're called Vibrams. I listened to
Vibrams.
like yeah, it's so
Whatever.
stupid, but like that's what the company calls
And
them.
learn
And
the
I'm like,
word from reading it so I can call it what I want. But now that I
well,
know
I
the
didn't
right
know that
answer,
until I watched the video on their site, and I'm like, I've been calling these Vibrams, like
like vibrate. Duh.
right? Vibrams. Anyway, my five finger shoes. Every time I'd walk into a bathroom, I'm like, "You're not barefoot. You're not barefoot. You're not barefoot. No, you're not
Yeah.
barefoot. There is separation." Ew, 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 ew,
I
ew, ew,
remember
ew, ew,
Landon
ew.
had a pair of those, and the first time he walked into a bathroom at work, he like put one foot in and like tapped the floor with his toe. He's like, "This is so gross." It's like this feels really wrong. Like he was like dipping it into a
does!
pool.
It was
I don't do
okay. That makes me
feet.
feel better than somebody else did it. I'm just like,
I don't do feet. I am not Quentin Tarantino. Feet are not my thing. Nope. I got big toes. All right, WTF. WTF. Hey, we're doing
I'm so
good. We're
sick.
almost at a half hour of power.
really?
Yeah, we just got to finish this show and we'll have it.
Okay, okay. Confused, jealous wife stabs husband after seeing her younger self in old photos. Oh, honey, honey. Did he not look younger too,
Hey,
sweetheart?
is it okay to think old photos of your wife are hot when you're an old person?
Yes.
Can you think that? Can I like look at Stephanie's photo and be like, dang, you were smoking? And it's like picture of
Yes.
her when she's like 20 and I'm 35. That's totally legit
Yes.
because I do that all the time. Like
Yes.
Stephanie, I feel like I'm allowed to think this, but I'm not allowed to think this at the
I mean,
same
I
time.
think I'm hot when I look at pictures of myself when I was 20.
Same. I mean, I look at myself at 17. I'm like, dude, you're rocking it, big stupid nerd.
A woman stabbed her husband several times after thinking she found photos of him with a younger woman. It turns out that she herself was that other woman. The photo of the couple was taken years ago when they were dating. Authorities from the municipality of Kajime.
You just had to say it that way. That's probably
I can't.
Kaheme,
Kajime.
but Kajime sounds great too.
Sure. Report. Yeah, because it's Mexico.
Right. The J is a ha.
Himika. Kahemi.
Would you read the
Sorry.
story?
I get stuck on words I can't say, Steven. It's a thing. Reported that the suspect identified only as Lenora N. Hey, isn't that like Mexican folklore, like the Lenora thing? Maybe somebody looked that up. Was
Yeah.
arrested for wounding her husband. Yes.
Yeah, I think you're right. No,
I think I'm right.
that's an Edgar Allan Poe thing.
No,
right?
there's like where she comes and she like takes children.
Lenore.
She was arrested for wounding her husband Juan with a knife after finding several photos on his cell phone. The husband, who managed to take the knife from her, explained that the photos were of them back when they were more youthful and slim. Juan apparently convinced his wife that he had digitized the old snapshots to store on his cell phone. Fortunately for the man, the police arrived at the scene after neighbors heard screaming and sounds of a scuffle. The woman was being detained by authorities pending charges. Like, how do you not recognize yourself, though?
You might have
Maybe
changed
he
a
was
lot,
lying.
man. Maybe you changed a lot and you don't know. Maybe you're crazy. Maybe you don't know who you are anymore or who you were. No, I'd always recognize my young self. Maybe.
I feel like before the stabbing, there should be conversation.
Like you should, oh, okay. So before you stab your spouse, you should
Yes.
discuss why you need to. You should sit down and be like, "Hey,
Yes, to make
I'm
sure
about to
that the
stab
stabbing
you."
is appropriate.
But he could have told her something. He could have lied to her. He could have said, "Well, that's totally you, baby." Remember? He could be. What if he's a gaslighter? What if he's always like, "Yeah, all these women have been you. You just don't remember." Because
Steven, would you not recognize yourself on Stephanie's phone?
I would always recognize myself unless I had
I would.
on big sunglasses and a mask and not looking like why Stephanie wouldn't have any other dudes on her phone that weren't me.
I know, but I'm just that. Yeah, like okay. There's the benefit of the doubt because it's this. There, I don't know. I feel like we're missing something in the last two stories.
Yes, I feel like we got to do some detective work. I have to call up Kahime and be like, "What's up? Tell me about this
Kahime.
person who stabbed another person because they thought they weren't themselves." I don't know. How much would you have to change? And wait, I know every picture we've ever been in. I know every picture that like. If I see it, I
Right?
can. I'm immediately there.
Be like, take him there. Yeah.
Yeah, and my
Like
brain
even if
goes
you're in
there.
costume.
Sure,
Oh, I
yeah.
miss doing things.
You remember when we went to McAdoo's and you guys dressed like pirates and Landon dressed like
That's
Arthur
exactly
Dent?
the picture I was thinking of. We're at the green hair.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a good time. I don't remember what I dressed as, but it was fun. We had sandwiches.
You were Indy.
Was I Indy?
You
That
were
was
Indy.
before I had
Brad
my
was
stuff.
Anakin. Stephanie was my pirate, and then I was a witch with green hair. And
Lando
Landon
was
came in a
there.
robe with a towel.
And one dude recognized that he was Arthur Dent. One dude
Yes.
in the whole place was like, "Are you Arthur Dent?" And he's like, "Yes."
And everybody got excited. Yeah.
And we were all like, "Woo, woo, woo." Yeah, when is Steven not Indy? That's true. I watched Last
When
Crusade
you find
tonight,
a
and it's
costume
great.
that fits your soul, you go with it, right?
Look, okay. One movie scene, you could pick anything in the world, any movie scene in the world that you get virtual reality and you get to live it and be it. I'm gonna tell you the
Ooh.
exact one that I would choose, and it's the tank sequence of the Last Crusade. From the moment they get to the hill and they're looking at the Nazis to the moment he falls off and has to climb back up the cliff and gets back up. That is my. I would do that. You give me the opportunity. I am in that VR, and that is my moment, and I will be in that scene forever. That is one of the greatest sequences in movie history, in my mind, and I would do that. That is the epiphany or epitome of everything I want to be as a person.
That's such a good question. Like, what would you live in a movie scene? I don't know that I would do that because he gets, kicked in the face.
Don't care. I lived through it, and he gets like a cut on his head because it's movies. Like if that was
Yeah, that's
like
true.
legit how it worked, like Die Hard, he just falls off crap all the time but never breaks a bone.
Yippee-ki-yay. I mean,
Yeah.
his shirt gets dirty.
Sure, yeah. I mean, you've been through the paces, and you look like you have dealt with some crap, but you won, and you're awesome because of it. Like that's it for me.
I'm gonna. You guys think upon that and come at me.
Yeah, you have to
'Cause
let
that's
us know
Yeah,
because I
we
thought
can
that
all
was
meet
fun.
at HG's tomorrow, assuming
Sure.
my child sleeps. I haven't seen hide nor hair of Jacob. I'm assuming he's the
He's dead
child
now.
is either awake, crawling around, or Jacob has fallen asleep beside the child. By the way, so that mattress, I don't know where that mattress came from. I don't know why we have a full mattress, right? It was just down there and Jacob got it. He's like, this is the first one I could get to. I'm like, sure, you enjoy your new king size foam memory spring bed, and I'll sleep on this POS
Hey, we're kindred spirits. I
full
have a nice
mattress.
king bed I don't get to use too. It's great.
Stupid. I'm like, I told him this morning, I'm like, there's a spring that's popped and it like stabs me in the ribs. And Jacob's like, oh man, that must suck to sleep on all night. I'm like, do you want kicked in the scrotum? Because that's how you get kicked. He's like, what? I'm saying it just must suck. And I'm like,
It's tact. Get some. Get some tact.
he's like, what? Do you want me to flip the mattress? I'm like, yes, motherfucker, flip the mattress. What is wrong with you?
So ask
Jackass.
for one thing.
Anyway, I'm not bitter.
Yeah.
I hope he wakes up. He's like, oh, my rib. Why my ribs hurt?
Because I stabbed you.
It's not the spring surprise.
Oh, man. Y'all are the best. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us on episode 540, the 360 plus a 180 episode of Horseshoes and Hand Grenades. Don't forget, The Collector is coming out next week. Kelly Lynn Colby's new book. Be at that launch party at Cursed Dragon
I
Chip's
will be
Twitch
there
channel. It'll be great because
on
Ashley will be there,
camera.
Kelly will be there, and it'll be a great time. Everybody's gonna have a blast. You guys are awesome. Thank you for swinging by. If you like the show, don't forget to review us on your podcasting service of choice. 5 stars is awesome. Let us know what you wrote. Tell us what you wrote. Maybe I'll shout you out on the show or something, like I don't do for free all the time anyway. Follow us on Twitter at 2dorkstv. Don't forget, we got a new account coming up soon. Go ahead and follow it, called 2D Stock Status, where you can see whether Jacob's controlling the stock market to go up or down. It's a stupid account, but it's going to be a fun one, featuring art from the wonderful Oddly Normal one, a.k.a. Oddie Norman, who's really, really great and is on this season of America's Next Top Podcaster.
Yay!
Congrats to him, along with good friend Tony P. Henderson. Also, follow us on Twitter, me on Twitter at SteveHNH, Ashley on Twitter at FateKills, P-H-A-T-E Kills. You could tip us if you like to do that. You can go to twodorks.net/tip and pitch us $1. If you want to do that every month without thinking about it, go to patreon.com/twodorks, where you can join the wonderful people, Jesse, Og, Hammer, Adam, and Christina of Geekheim, Audie, and our parents, who all support us every month with a little contribution, and it's fantastic, and we appreciate them so much for what they do for us. And leave us with, and we're going to leave you guys with these words of wisdom on the way out the door from Nathaniel Hawthorne, old school author, wrote the one. What book did he write? Quick, Ashley, it's the Scarlet Letter. Scarlet Letter? Is that it? Is that the one? That's what it's called.
Yes.
The Scarlet Letter.
Yes.
I'm like the
Yes.
one with the Scarlet Letter in it. It's the Scarlet Letter.
It's a really
Real long sentences. Don't try to read it out loud or you'll die. That's what I remember from that book.
I love books with long sentences because that's how my brain works.
No, just like
Doesn't translate to me writing a lot of the time. Steven's like, I don't remember where you started
Nope.
or how you got there.
Nope. It's like when you parenthetical, it's like I actually see my brain goes thread, go over here for a second. Okay, go back. Thread, parenthetical. Oh, new thread. Got to go up there. Shoot. What was the original? What's the preposition? Where's the object of this sentence?
My brain. Steven's brain.
like making graph flow charts. I'm like that picture of Charlie Day with the red string all over the wall, like trying to follow Ashley's thought process. You need an editor.
It's very simple, Steven. You go from there to there.
You write like you think. That's why there's so many parentheticals scattered through your sentences.
I need Kelly and Steven to help me.
Normal people don't do this. They don't jump from like mid-sentence to an entirely new topic. Oh man, good times. But so all that to say, these words of wisdom are from Nathaniel Hawthorne. A pure hand needs no glove to cover it. I think you're right. I don't know what the devil that means, but I think you're right. Good job, Nathaniel Hawthorne. We'll see you guys next time on Horseshoes and Hand Grenades.